Hi, I'm Julie Good-Kruger, and I'm the owner of Inglenook Tile Design. Welcome to my home office. Only a handful of my customers are close enough to come here, so I'm going to pretend that you're here with me in my office in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. We make the tiles in Harrisburg to order for every customer. We made these originally for our own home about 20 years ago, and now we have a company making them for other people. Our specialty is customizing and making them just the way you want them. Each of the tiles are customized just for you. There are different sizes, different textures, and different edges of the tiles. So first you pick the style that you want, and they're broken down roughly into two different categories: the Homestead Collection, which are more rustic, and the Manor Collection, which are a little bit smoother and have a straighter edge. In the Homestead Collection, there are several styles. This is Wright's Ferry, which is one of our original styles and our most popular. And I picked one that was more plain so that you can see the texture and see the edges, whereas some of them that have more of the colorways, the texture is more obscure. This little ledge gets covered with grout, so all you see is that little hand-molded side. For an even more chewed out looking side, more eroded, this is Weimer's Mill. This is what we have in our own home, and all of this gets covered with the grout, so what you see is something that looks like it's very chewed out on the sides. We also make one that is used for walls. It's the stretcher side of a brick, and this one has some black, looks burned, but we can make this in any of the different colorways. Lots of people also do this on their floors, and it makes a nice herringbone. It makes a nice backsplash. We've done the entire outsides of buildings with this, and we can make corner returns so that it goes around a corner. The Manor Collection is a little bit smoother, and it does still have texture, but it doesn't have the deep pitting. This is the King Street, which is the same size as the Wright's Ferry, which I just showed you, but it doesn't have the tumbled edge. So you can get them a little bit closer if you want. This style, because it is a little bit smoother, is often used in commercial applications or anywhere where someone doesn't want quite as much of the texture. And there are different sizes in this. This is the San Sebastian, this is the stretcher side, and it has a very similar texture to the King Street. And there are other sizes. This is the most dramatic one. This one is Carlisle. And there are various other sizes within this collection as well, which we'll show you. Some people need to have a thinner tile and some a little bit thicker. And the reason that that sometimes makes a difference and why it's important is you may have a floor that comes up a little bit close to the existing floor line that you have, or a door that needs to open, or a cabinet that needs to open on the lower level. We can make them a half-inch thick if you want them a half-inch thick. We can also make them much thinner, and you can let me know how much room you have to work with. A lot of people put in the substrate, they'll use a half-inch cement board, but you can also use a much thinner material like Ditra, and that we can work with you on the thickness of the tile and the substrate that you use to make sure that your floor lines are going to be even. All of these tiles are going to be made in different color mixes. We can customize on any of the styles, and we'll talk about this a little bit more in another video.